What up, y'all? This is Tracy from Nerd Squish, and today we're going to talk about our second house for Halloween Horror Nights 33, Goblins Feast. Alright, Universal and Halloween Horror Nights, I see you. Y'all weren't lying. That gate did, in fact, open. It's, May 20th. And we have 2 houses already announced for this year's Halloween Horror Nights. What? This is insane. We're usually, especially last year, I felt like we were waiting forever to hear the news, to hear the announcements. And here we are, May 20th, we got 2 houses down. So our second house for Halloween Horror Nights 33 is Goblins Feast. We have another original. Can you believe this? This is absolutely wild, and I'm pretty excited for it, I'm not gonna lie. All right, let's get into these details. The description for this house is as follows. Welcome to the Goblins Feast Tavern, and visit the Goblin Village where a lavish feast is being prepared for goblins, orcs, hobgoblins, and witches. And you're the main course. Okay. I'm living for this, alright? I know I was kind of poo-pooing on the originals, but I am feeling this. It's giving Wicked Growth in design and color scheme. That house had a lot of really cool things about it, but one thing is for sure, if you were looking for the perfect Halloween vibes, this house had it. This is exactly what you wanted to experience during the fall season. It used, not only did it just have pumpkins all over the place, but it used all those warm and autumnal brown and orange colors throughout the house. Not to mention, Wicked Growth featured both witches and goblins. So is this house like a spin-off of the 2021 Wicked Growth house? Will Grimalkin the Summoner return to summon the Pumpkin Lord? I really hope so, because that was just the tightest section of a haunted house ever. Plus, who doesn't love the Pumpkin Lord? Let's go.
I love you! You're beautiful!
It's giving Dueling Dragons in the fantasy department. So the Dueling Dragons house they had last year was based off of the Islands of Adventure Dueling Dragons attraction. But the thing about that house is it was pretty different from any other house we've ever seen at this event because it catered to fantasy versus horror. Now, I personally didn't get to walk through this house, but people really dug this kind of different style of a house. So maybe they're just kind of going with that whole fantasy theme and they're going to give you all those Renfest, all those Dungeons and Dragons vibes that everybody seems to be in these days, which I'm in. Come on. I love Renaissance Fest, and I would love to sit in a tavern and hang out with goblins and witches. That's the perfect Saturday night to me. Now, both these 2 houses that this announcement is giving me, Wicked Growth and Dueling Dragons, were popular houses of their respective years. So it's worth noting, HHN, they're giving it to the fans this year, okay? They're not going for their usual spin of hey, here's a big property, let's get people in these gates. It's no. Let's celebrate the people that are already coming through the gates. And for that, I gotta give them, high fives, applause, everything. That's pretty tight. Not many companies do that anymore, unfortunately. But the crazy thing about this announcement is it is our second announcement, and it's another original. This is wild. They have never done this before. The formula for the last, I don't know, maybe 5 years at least has been, they announce all of their IPs and then they just kind of dump all their originals at the end. As much as I can favor IPs over originals, it did always kind of, seem a little weird that they're just oh, here's all of our originals. Here you go, guys. And we're oh, okay, information overload. what's happening. Meanwhile, all the IPs got their own video announcements and their time to shine. So it's very cool that these originals that fans have grown to love are kind of getting their own little time to shine. I personally love what they've been doing with these announcements. The unfortunate thing about announcements in the last couple of years is they've become incredibly predictable. And, you know, I know we've got these spec maps and these rumors and we talk about it, but it was starting to get to a point where when they would drop announcements, I was just kind of like, okay, cool. I already knew that was coming. Like, who cares? The fact that they're doing this, I paid for the whole seat, but I only need the edge. Like, this is so great. So I wonder, are they going to kind of go backwards? Are they going to flip the script and announce all their originals and then leave those big heavy hitter IPs until the very end? I can't wait to see what the rest of announcement season looks like this year. This is gonna be a very short and sweet video. This announcement got dropped early Monday morning, and at that, it was my first Monday back from a vacation, so I'm not fully functioning. I'm tired. Do you see what's happening beneath these eyes right now? You can see I'm tired, but here I am filming this for y'all because I'm stoked. I needed to nerd out about this immediately. So, I need to know, what are your thoughts on this Goblins Feast house? Are you ready to enter the tavern and look around the village and hang out with the goblins and the witches? Because let me tell you, I am. I've got my cup ready, fill it up with mead, and I got my wand to cast spells. Let's freaking go! I have a feeling it's going to be really hard to keep up with announcement season this year. I always kind of struggle with my work schedule to kind of keep up and be consistent and put out videos as soon as announcements hit. But I have a feeling this year is going to be more difficult than ever because Universal and Halloween Horror Nights, they're out here wildin', y'all, and it is so exciting. If you want to stay up to date on all things Halloween Horror Nights 2024, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're going to be making videos for every announcement and speculation map along the way. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so when new videos hit the channel, you'll be notified. And as always, thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch you nerds in the fog!